Y'all know I'm late, but hey, y'all, it's your girl, Astonish Your Figure, back at it again. And I hope everybody is doing amazing on tonight. I hope everybody is loving on the people that love on them. But I'm sorry, please forgive me, please, please. But y'all see the topic, alone and lonely. Is there a difference? I got this topic from one of my clients this week. She came in and she asked me, she said, what's the difference between alone and lonely, or being alone and being lonely? And the first thought that came to my mind was, well, alone is when you don't have support. It's some type of supportive issue. And lonely is actually companionship. So I was like, girl, you got a topic for me. Shout out to TM. Can't say her name, but shout out to TM. But what is the difference, or is there a difference of alone and lonely? And I really wanted to discuss that tonight. And if anybody has any opinions in regards to this topic, feel free to chime in. Give me 1 second, y'all. Y'all better hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it. All right. Hey, y'all. I hope somebody loving on y'all big head, but somebody. Y'all give me 1 second and we gonna start. But if you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it. Give me 1 second. Y'all like, dang, she late and she ain't together. Don't judge me. You better not judge me. Don't judge me. Again, if you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. Again, I would appreciate it. But again, y'all see the topic, and I'm not going to be before y'all very long. Y'all know I try to be in and out, okay? So, what is the difference, if any, between alone and lonely? So, alone is circumstances when you find yourself with nobody around. And this can be long term or short term. So again, alone is when you find yourself in circumstances, life, right? And there is no one around. No one around. And this can be long term or short term. Some people enjoy being alone. You know, some people need their alone time. And that's okay. That's okay. So, some people enjoy their long time. They need that to balance themselves out. Me, I'm that one that needs that to balance myself out. Some people need to be around others all the time. And that's those people that I philosophize to be, they can't be alone by themselves because they'll feel some type of way. They'll start thinking about the things that they did to other people. A positive outlook about being alone is something called solitude. And solitude is supposed to be a positive way. That's why when you go to prison, they put you in solitary confinement. That solitary confinement is supposed to be for you to reflect your behaviors and what you did. So when you come out of solitary confinement, you are able to get a different aspect about life or a different perception about life, right? So that is what solitude in alone time is. And again, people like being alone, but make sure it's in that positive aspect, right? Alone is a physical state. So I physically don't want to be around nobody. I just physically don't, right? Alone allows you to focus on the connections you have with you and the connections you have with other people. No one is around you when you are alone. And again, like I said, it's a difference between being alone in a positive way and in a negative way. There is a difference. So lonely is when you feel discomfort or distress and feeling unhappy because you don't have the connection that you want to have with other people. Like the connection that you have right now is not what you want with other people. So that's being lonely. Lonely, again, is when you feel that you should be in a different connection, and it's not like that. Feeling lonely is a dangerous. Did I say dangerous state to be in? Lonely is an emotional state, and that's why it's so dangerous, because you are focused on your emotions in this state. And if they are not disciplined, or if you don't have emotional intelligence, this is a bad space to be in a lonely space. When you are in a lonely space, there is a lot of things that you question yourself about, right? Why they don't like me? Why am I not good enough? Why nobody wants to be with me? Why don't I have any friends? What's wrong with me? Why did they leave and walk out of my life? Why can't I make any friends? Why didn't they call me back after so many months? Did I do something wrong? In that lonely state, these are the questions that you're asking yourself. And that, again, is why it's such a dangerous state to be in, especially when you ain't no especially. It's just dangerous. I'm not even going to lie. It's just dangerous. Loneliness is the #1 leading cause to suicide, depression, anxiety, and self-harm. Again, loneliness is the #1 cause to suicide, depression, anxiety, and self-harm. So I wanted to give you guys some statistics too, because y'all know I'm a statistical person. It got to make sense to me. I want to see some numbers. 80% of young people, check on them young people, y'all. 80%, that's too high for me. 80% of young people say that they feel lonely. That's over half of our babies under the age of 18. 80% of our young folks say that they feel lonely. That's too high. 40% of people that's over the age of 65 say they occasionally feel lonely. And that's because they probably got their money up. They good. They good. They good. That's what, they good. When you feel lonely in a relationship, it is because you feel isolated from expressing your feelings the way you want to. Let me say that again. When you feel lonely in a relationship, like you got a physical person right here, but you feel lonely. And the reason why you feel lonely is because you feel isolated about expressing the way you feel to your person. So it makes you feel lonely. You feel like you're in a box. You can't say nothing. You're walking on eggshells. You can't do nothing. So that's why people in relationships feel lonely, because they feel isolated about expressing themselves. 52% of all Americans, that's all Americans, feel lonely. 52%. That is half of our people that feel lonely. Again, lonely is not good. Okay? Not good. 30% of adults say that they experience loneliness at least once a week. So that's still high. It's still, I want single digits. I don't want double digits. 13% of individuals state that they use alcohol and drugs to kind of cope with the loneliness. And then 75% of people say that social media helps them connect with like-minded people. Okay? So my ideology in regards to alone and lonely is that you are alone. It depends on what type of state of aloneness you are in, whether you're in a positive or a negative state, right? And alone, if you're not careful, will turn into loneliness real fast. So how do we prevent ourselves from turning into that loneliness? So we are alone, right? So in your positive alone state, These are the things that you need to do to not turn into the lonely state. Find some activities that you enjoy. Restart that old hobby that you have. Put on them skates. You know, you used to skate back in the 70s or whatever. I don't know. I used to skate back in the 90s. But join a community or a social group. Volunteer doing something that you like to do. Work out. Walking, running if you want to. I ain't running. I'm walking. Okay, I ain't got time. I don't be running. I walk. Walking or just going to the gym. This activity increases your dopamine, which increases your positive thinking, which increases your whole livelihood, which increases, right? Practice positive affirmations. Practice them daily. Find free activities. And the number one place you can find free activities is at the library. Ask them, can I get a printout of the activities that's going on? They should have it. And tell your friends about your alone positive time. Share that. Like, hey, cuz. Call my cousin, like, cuz, I went go get my nails done. I got my feet soaked. And she's like, okay. And I called this place that I want to volunteer at. She's like, oh, okay. So in that state of mind, a positive aloneness, these are the things that you want to do so you won't become lonely. Now, in your negative alone state, in order for you to not turn lonely, you need to go speak to a therapist. Go talk to somebody. This is the negative alone. Go talk to somebody, because I guarantee that you are beating yourself up with your thoughts. Oh, ain't nobody never gonna like me. Ain't nobody gonna never accept me. I did all this stuff. Don't nobody really like me. In that negative alone time, you are beating up yourself. Trust me. Been there. Done that. You are questioning your whole identity and who you are. So seek out professional help during that time. Make a list of things that you like about yourself. I don't care if it takes you a week. Make that list. And I want 10 of them. Promptly. No, I'm just playing. 10 things that you like about yourself, or 5 things. I'm not, whatever. I don't care if it takes a week. I want you to see it on paper of what you like about yourself. Again, this is in a negative alone space. Keep a journal. Keep track of your up days and your down days, so you can measure, so you can start learning your own self, right? Listen to positive affirmations, motivational speakers, astonishing figures, and podcasts. Tap into that, because in your negative alone state, hey, Dominique, in your negative alone state, again, you are your own worst critic, and you are beating yourself more than anybody else is, because you are questioning who you are as a person and why people have not been around you or don't want to be around you, or, you are questioning yourself. So seek help, please. All right, it's your girl, Astonishing Figure, and that's all I have for y'all. We can be in a alone state. I want you to be in a positive alone state, where you are doing self-care, where you are still talking to your friends and telling them what you're doing in your self-care, where you guys are sharing ideas about self-care, where you are actually creating a new identity for yourself in your alone state. We don't want to be in that negative alone state where we are beating ourselves up and thinking that it's our fault that nobody is around us, or it's our fault that that person left us, or it's our fault that this is not working or that is not working. No, man, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I love you guys. I love you guys. If you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for your home skillet. I sure would appreciate it. I will see you guys next Saturday at 10:30. I promise to be on time. I won't be 20 minutes late like I was today. Please forgive me. If I didn't have the office, I probably would be late to. Please just forgive me. But Make sure you hit that share button for your home skillet. I will see you guys next Saturday at 10:30. Don't forget to love on the people that love on you. I love you guys. Be safe on this weekend. Peace.